Good morning. This is Surajit Roy. I would be mentoring young professionals on how to enjoy their jobs, to say a big goodbye to Monday blues. So, I will be sharing with you some real life experiences from my career and covering different aspects as we go along of a routine job and try and advise you on or make you see how to make things interesting out of the ordinary. Who am I firstly? Let me share with you. I am from a middle class background who got educated in the best of boarding schools and institutions in India thanks to my parents. I went to Wellams, I went to Dehradun, Mayo, Ajmer. The photograph you see is of the main building of Mayo College, Ajmer. And then I went into St. Stephen's College, Delhi. I have a social science background. I did history from St. Stephen's College. Then I joined the civil services, took VRS after serving in the government for almost 25 years, held very senior positions in the corporate, in the government, and then returned to the social sector to specialize in skill development and apprenticeship. My last assignment was with the National Skill Development Corporation. I have worked in Kolkata, I have worked in Delhi, I have worked in remote places like Andamans and Cambodia. I have worked in the government, the corporate and joint sectors. I have dealt with the regulatory ecosystem as well as the development sector. And I bring with me nearly 40 years of experience. So whatever I have to share is from real life and not out of a book. So here we go. The first thing I would like to deal with is failure. Not to be afraid of failure. The fear of failure haunts many people, many of us, and it creates unnecessary anxiety in your work life. I would like to share with you some of my experiences through my career, and let me tell you that my career began with a failure. I had been posted to the Value Added Tax Department, which was in the civil services, which was that time called the Sales Tax Department. And I was completely at a loss. There was dirty offices, corruption all around. I was not ready for all of that. So I literally ran away. I ran away from my job and I went and met my school teacher who was then principal of Blue Mountain School, Ooty, and said that please keep me as a school teacher. He said you are welcome to join, but we only give 500 rupees a month as salary, which was just not good enough because I had my parents to look after. So I came back. And I think it was a blessing in disguise that I came back and rejoined services. I was punished for absconding from my job. So I was surrendered to the personnel department. My services were surrendered. That means that the sales tax commissioner felt that my services were no longer required with the department. So I would be reporting to the personnel department for further posting. This was indeed a dent in anybody's career right in the beginning. You are stamped as maybe incompetent, maybe not good enough. So then they posted me into a small department which was consumer protection. But the silver lining lay there. It was a small department, no doubt, but it was a priority department because the Consumer Protection Act had just been passed and we were to set up courts, the consumer protection courts in Delhi under the Act. So the good part was that despite being a small department, a small assignment, it had all the aspects of the government service. It was a plan scheme. So I needed to learn how to build a plan scheme, how to write a plan scheme. I needed to understand what is delegation of financial rules. I needed to understand what is recurring expenditure, non-recurring expenditure, what are the kind of administrative delegations. So all of this came as a silver lining in my career. And because it was a priority department, I was told to report directly to a very senior IS officer who became my mentor. So he taught me a lot of things. First and foremost, he taught me how to gain confidence in my work by doing the work. We did not have many officers under us because, as I said, it was a very small department. It was a startup. So the good part was then I had to learn all of what I have said myself. Going forward, no, it was not that not only that I was successful and we were the first to set up the consumer protection courts in India. The foundation, the solid foundation which this job gave me, because I knew everything about how to handle government jobs, all aspects of government jobs. So whenever in my future postings, I was much ahead of my colleagues who were holding cushy posting like that of the SDM. I didn't get the SDM post, but going forward, I think all of this gave me a solid foundation, and I went on to become a very, very successful officer. I was sure of what I was doing. I was leading from the front because I knew my subject. I knew how to handle files. I knew how to do the notings. I knew the submissions. I knew the plan schemes. So I could therefore take big decisions. And sooner than later, my confidence grew and I came to be known as a game changer. Wherever I go, I will change things. I will not accept status quo. So that's all for today. I will be back with you, but in case you want to have a one-on-one with me, I will be available at Surajit at surajitroythementor.com, or you can contact me at 9910267671. I'll come back to you with more episodes from my career and linking them up to the challenges you face in your careers. So be ready, say a big bye-bye to Monday blues and start enjoying your jobs. See you.